Hello guys, Chris here in Mandaluyong, which is part of the Metro Manila and Manila area. I have a story for you, one that's occurred fairly recently actually, but I think it has been a build-up from several months previously. Anyway, let me just go straight to it. This person I know moved into a pension, which is a house here, a small condo, but it's more of a provincial condo. And she and her brother and daughter were in this condo, which I think had probably about 8 units or something. And the units, apparently, from what she was saying, is pretty comfortable. It had all the amenities, kitchen stuff, comfortable comfort zone, or we call it recreation area, and a decent bedroom size. So they were very well set up. And she was traveling, so they stopped there. They're going to stop there for a couple of weeks or something. Anyway, while she was there, the landlady's, this is like 2 or 3 days into that stay, the landlady's son walks by and he keeps watching her and kind of like being overly kind of like, what's the word, attracted to the family. So anyway, she didn't think much of it, and what she does, as most people do, you do your washing, you hang it outside to dry. And she noticed that on 2 occasions bits of her underwear was missing. So when she went to speak to the landlord, or landlady I should say, the landlady denies anything. She says she doesn't know what happened, and it's, no reason why it should. Maybe she didn't hang it out, maybe she never actually put it outside, and it was just her imagination. Read into that what you will. Anyway, again, she washed her stuff. A couple of days later, hang it out again. Her bra, underwear, her daughter's stuff disappeared. So she went back to the landlady again and said, look, I'm hanging my clothes out and basically it's been taken. I'm not sure it's by accident or not, but it's been taken. At that point, the landlady got nasty. She started saying things like, are you blaming us, or you whatever? And she just went into defense mode. No sense of understanding, appreciation, just defense mode, because she can. She was a landlady. She called the shots. Again, my friend decided, okay, not make a fuss over it. She's just not going to hang her clothes outside. Anyway, one evening they're sitting indoors, they're doing the cooking and so on, and they're sitting there having a chat as a family, and this face appears at the glass window, and that looks out onto the middle of the court. And this person standing in the window, just looking in with his face pressed up against the window, the glass. And he's just staring in. He wouldn't just, not like a passing person glancing, looking. He was just staring in, and he was constantly doing this. He walked off for 20 minutes, he comes back and he's standing there and he's just watching in the mirror, face against the window. So at this point she's starting to get worried, so she's telling him to leave, waving him away. He didn't take it. He just stood there looking with his rather, she said, kind of like almost like crazed look about him. And that would scare me, let's be honest, as a woman on your own with a child and a brother. And the brother's only 15. So she said, okay, she waited till it had passed that time passed, and in the morning she approached the landlady, not expecting much from her, probably more trouble, but she felt she had to say something because this was getting really crazy. She said, look, there's a guy comes along and he's staring into the window and he's spending a lot of time and he's scaring us. Could you tell me who it is? Is it someone living, a resident, or what? And he said, oh, you're talking about my son. He doesn't do anything wrong. He don't mean anything by it. And she said, look, maybe not, but if a face is pressing against the window and is there like 7, 8 in the evening, looking in our windows, and as I mentioned before, my underwear disappear. This is very not good, is it? It's not right. Again, the woman went on the defensive. Oh, you calling my son this? My son's not a thief, he's not a this, he's a good boy. And she just went into protection mode. So anyway, she started swearing at my friend who's staying there, telling her, no, well, if you don't like it, you need to go, whatever. And this woman, not really understanding that there is a fear factor here, there's a scare factor. These are new people in the area, don't understand the situation. That may very well be the reason why she's behaving like she does. She feels she has command of the community, or have, should we say, they're kind of removed from anything that they do there, because you're in their square, you're on their playing field basically. So anyway, the next morning the woman comes back and says, well, look, I want you out of here. And she just paid for like 5 days. I want you out of here, blah blah blah, you causing trouble. And she said, no, I'm not causing trouble, I'm telling you something's going wrong. My clothes is going missing, my daughter's, and now I see a face in the window, and I'm telling you what's going on, and you're angry at me for telling you this. Oh, you calling my son a bad guy, and he shouldn't be looking in your window. And the whole picture was twisted upside down. There was no appreciation, understanding. There was no care. There's zero internalizing this. I can't speak for some reason today. There's zero internalization of the situation of a woman and her two youngers. Anyway, it got to a point where the woman started saying, look, get out now, don't wait till tomorrow, I want you out now. She started shouting and screaming, and of course, from what I understand, some of the other people in the accommodation come out and they watched. Anyway, so my friend had no choice. She had to leave. She just packed up. Can you give me my money back? You want me out? Give me my money. The woman said, no, you're accusing my son. You're telling me things are stolen. You're not getting any money back. Just get out. So she basically kicked them out. So my friend, not being one to exacerbate the situation or even to create more of a hassle, she packed up the kids and walked out the door. Now the thing is, a few days later, she's in another place up the road, about, I don't know, a kilometer, and she's walking down the street. And these two guys comes up to her and start to fight with her and tell her, you made our business go have a problem. No, nobody wants to come and stay with us. Rah. You created a problem. We need to punish you. We need money. We need to take you to court. We need you to give us money for it. It's the most bizarre situation on the fucking planet that I've ever met. So she said, no, I didn't do anything. I just reported what's going on. Where's the problem? But basically she's talking to a group of people or a community that has no respect for travelers or anybody else. They know they can say and do what they want, and probably the police would stand in and support them. So anyway, they pushed her around and so on, tried to get money from her. So she went off with her child. She ran off quickly, and they followed her. They know where she lives in the new place, which is about a kilometer away. Anyway, one evening, the new landlord where she's staying says, look, they've been coming back and trying to get into this. It's like an enclosed complex, one that's only for women. But obviously, because she had her brother with her, the woman allowed her in and said, okay, it's your brother, it's not a problem. But she's saying they're standing at the gates and they're shouting and trying to be nasty to you. And she says, you need to do something. I can't really keep you here because I can't protect you. And they're going to try and probably do something very nasty to you. So she's gone into fear mode now, What do I do? This woman, this new landlord also doesn't want to get involved. And I think the upshot of this basically is like, you got to leave as well. So she spent another 2 days there. She's got to leave. It's an ongoing problem that has no resolution. And she's in the point where she's running out of money. The society there and the community are being absolutely, completely abusive and negative and just ugly. So she says, what can I do? She said to the landlady, this landlady seems a little bit more regulated, but she understands that she needs to be part of the community and she's not going to risk anything. She said, look, I'm happy to keep the boy, your brother, and your daughter here. I'm happy to look after them for a while because we don't have kids. We don't mind, looking after them. And it may not be the best thing for her to do, but in this circumstances, she wasn't going to walk off and take them down the streets with these people hounding her. So she made a decision to just get up and leave. She said, okay, you look after them for me. I'll try and do my best to get back and whatever else. And the woman said, just be careful. Whatever you do, keep moving and get away from this area. So she did. Anyway, she got on her phone for some reason. I think the landlady of the previous time had her phone number, sent her a message saying that the courts, or the local court, whatever you want to call it, jurisdiction, are filing some kind of like a writ against her for defamation of character and for causing loss to a business and all kinds of fucking shit. So anyway, she's reading the message on the phone and she's thinking, oh God, what do I do? I can't run. The more I run, I don't have any more money. So she couldn't walk far, and it's a matter of time. One evening she could be down the main road, she could be standing somewhere and these people approach her, beat her up, kill her, rape her, all kinds of crap. All this was going on in her head, that she's at a high risk. So I think she responded back. She contacted the courts or whatever, the local judiciary, and said she's going to go there and defend herself. So she's going there today sometime. What comes of that, I have no idea, but I would think she's already in for a losing. She's going to be thrashed. They're going to do everything they can to get money, maybe put her in jail, maybe do other things. I have no idea, but this is scary shit. That a community in Mindanao, who is a high percentage of Muslims, right, and Visayas, which are the normal people of the area, like Filipinos of that time, the Muslims are controlling that area. They decide what goes on. They have people in offices, they have people in the police, they have their own culture going on there, and anybody who steps out of line in their eyes or doesn't bend to their whim or says anything that goes against their routine, complain in any way, shape or form, this is the kind of problems you're going to face, if not attacked or beaten or even killed. And I don't know what to say to her. I said, look, I have no idea. I'm miles away. I can't say anything. I can't offer any advice. You just have to go whatever way you can. But I said, at least your brother and daughter are safe. So you need to now concentrate on what you need to say, how you need to deal with it. I said, don't get emotional. When you go to the courts, you stand there, you explain the facts, what happened, why you were afraid, your daughter and yourself, or scared of what can happen. And a face at 7, 8, 9 several times for a few days was at the window, and when you tried to speak to the landlady in a very ordinary, proper way, an advisory way, she got angry and she created this problem that's taken us to where we are now. And now she's claiming that you've ruined her business, that you've lost her tenants, when she's the one that did it. I said, you need to stay away from your emotional. Don't get hyper. State your facts. State why you reacted, because you wanted to protect your family. If that doesn't work, I have no idea what else you could do. So that's what she's gonna do, and I'll keep you updated, guys. If they allow her to use her phone, they might even take her phone away, not give her anything. Who knows? She's really in for a thrashing if this lawyer or local police people don't stand in her corner. I would expect they're going to ask her, they're going to demand some kind of remuneration that she doesn't have, and I'm not there. I'm just not going to help that. So I don't know, man. This is the ugliness of the Philippines and the ability to control people, because there's no one, there's no officials, there's no police, there's no judiciary that's really there to help you. And if they are there, they are there on the side of those who are committing the crime. Chris here,